Hello everybody, 33 Rich to the 3 here, coming with another and the last currently Shifty replay. I had a 5-pack of replay, and this is the last game in it. So we've got Shifty, the red Protoss, spawning down here at the bottom with the Warmor blue Protoss, so a mirror match setting up at the top of the map. This is a very interesting map with the expansion right in the back of your base. No rocks, no nothing to stop you from taking that, so an easy way to early expand, although there is the rocks here to access the back of your base. And then really for a third expand, you have to take this expand in the middle in a very wide open spot, or these expansions on the side, which are equally as wide open. So a lot of two-base play on this map. Is a third is very hard to take. Really have to have a lot of map control to have that third under lock. And now we're seeing Warmor scouting Shifty, just seeing what's going on. Very standard play, getting out his gateway. Warmor has not got out his gateway yet, sitting on his minerals, deciding if he's going to build a gateway, pretty much. Warmor's actually got one guy chasing and one other guy scouting, so that's 2 probes off the line not working. Shifty here, just playing his standard, playing a little conservatively, getting out another pylon a little early if you ask me, but nobody asked me. So Warmor dropping out double gateway right away. This actually, if you don't see who's playing, this looks more like a Shifty opener than Shifty is doing. Shifty dropping that gas, and we'll see if that gets fully saturated. The gas coming up for Warmor also. That gas is now up, and it is now, I think that's 2 guys saturating it. Getting out that Zealot, getting out 2. Shifty likes those Zealots, likes to go a little heavy into them on the beginning. Let's see what Warmor gets out. We'll start a Zealot right away. Although an extremely early Zealot rush could have been good by Shifty, but these kind of things you never know. Getting out another gateway at 21 supply. Whereas Warmor is going for his cybernetics core off 2 gateway, and I'd say Shifty seems to be a little behind at this point. Let's see how many units they have. They do have 8. It is 18 to 16 for Shifty. That could be why slightly behind, about 100% on that, although that will become an advantage. Not right away, but it will definitely become an advantage pretty quickly here. Dropping that cybernetics core, 27 supply. Neither of these guys have harassed or really got much of a scout on one another. Shifty knows nothing, and Warmor knows the same amount of nothing. Well, he saw that gateway coming in, but that's pretty useless information. 3 Zealots right now, and training even more. Interesting. Let's look at this unit tab. 5 to 3 and 21 to 18. Production buildings, we got 2 gateway and a cybernetics, 2 gateway and a cybernetics, both getting warp gate out at essentially the same time. Warmor slightly ahead, but not a big difference. Shifty's chrono boosting out a stalker out of each gateway. It's got about 5 zealots right now, whereas Warmor's got 3 and a sentry. So this sentry can hold off this ramp for an extended period of time, just depending on the energy and the micro of Warmor. Let's see what happens. Shifty's moving out to do some early pressure. Last game I said that this guy didn't want to go with the group. I assume, seeing the exact same pattern, that Shifty is sending the main group where he wants to and sending the other Zealot to the same location, although taking a different pathing route. Although it's too bad he didn't stop to kill that probe right there. Could have gave away his position, but it might have already gave away his position. Warmor putting a pylon in at the Zelnega Tower. So let's see how this battle goes down. If Warmor doesn't like it, he can easily just wall off his base pretty well permanently, although he chooses not. Oh, he does. Those 3 Zealots do not get in the fight with a really good force field here, and those Zealots are going to go down. And that Stalker goes down. Oh, instead of walling them off, he goes right back into the fight. I don't know if that was quite a good choice, although these sentries are able to just put in a ton of damage, and Warmor will definitely come out on top in that fight. Let's look at the units lost. 850 to 250. Definitely those sentries making probably the biggest difference there. Really turning the tide of that battle. Sentries are incredible. Very micro-intensive, but can really make a losing fight a winning fight. Let's look under production, and we see nothing by Shifty, and 2 pylons are warping in for Warmor. Shifty is killing this pylon right now, and Warmor's forces, seeing that, decide to back out, decide they do not have enough to fight this 3 Stalker, 2 Sentry, 1 Zealot army. Funny how that goes 3-2-1. Hidden tech? No, too bad, it's just a pylon. Let's see here, neither of them expanding. I would like to see either of them expand. They both have the money to. The expand's right in the back of the base. Bam! Shifty on top of it. I swear, I absolutely swear, I do not watch these replays before I cast them. So he's just copycatting. That's all he's doing. And this probe is in this army. Decided that he does not want to gather minerals. He is too cool and too tough for that. But he's going to build the next thing. Expanding at this expand, very interesting strategy, and by interesting I mean dumb. I would just expand force field, splitting apart the units. I'm not even sure whose force field was. Those force fields must have been Warmor splitting up that army. Let's see who comes on top. Shifty's going to come out on top of this battle. Mass Sentry can do some pretty cool tricks, but they're not that robust, and they don't do that much pure focus fire damage. So again, I would have liked to see to go back to get that one more shot. Let's see what goes down. Just a massive Sentry army. He should just throw up force fields on this ramp to keep Shifty out, but he's going to refuse to do so. Those Sentries going first. Sentries for Sentries. Shifty Sentries are going to win because he has 4 of them. Warping in more Sentries. I guess no production by either team, just trying to macro as best they can. Warmor's up to 1,200, Shifty's up to 10,000, and a good force field there. But Stalkers do have very good range. They can't shoot all the way up the ramp and not hit these sentries. But Stalkers do have good range, and this sentry with 2 HP, if he trips, he dies. Shifty's expansion, he's training a bunch of pros. Would like to see a transfer. Interesting building placement, pretty cool. Shifty now took that pylon out and replaced it with his own pylon. Right behind that grass there, good spot to do it. A bunch of Zealots warping in. We do not have, it's only 12 minutes into the game, we do not have a Twilight Council for any upgrades yet, although Blink or Charge could be really great. I think Charge is an underused ability. It is expensive, but there are many upgrades that are just as expensive as Zealot Legs. So Shifty knocking down these backdoor rocks, well, Warmor just expanded, but he did not throw up a pylon or leave any units here, so he's really going to have no idea. Even if Shifty doesn't actually run in attack, although I think he will, if he does not, it is still an advantage if his rocks are dead, and this is now an opening to attack with for the rest of the game. These rocks' regenerative powers are very bad. Very interesting. Let's look at... well, let's see what we got coming out. Shifty's coming out with a robotics facility and a forge, and going for a nexus. This is under production, right? I see. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm failing hardcore right now. I'm just not sure exactly what's under production. Let's look at the units. The units tab, 43 to 22. Don't even need to look at the rest. Shifty needs to get these guys